Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I am starting another topic of research, historical development in research. Okay, we will start without delaying our class. See, in new NCSM syllabus, in your research methodology and statistics subject, so there is a second chapter on historical development in research. There is well said that if we know the history, then only we can create a history, right? So, with regards to the meaning of that quote, it is explained, and it is all the BMS students has to study how contemporary research has developed, okay, and identify some of the evidences of research in Ayurveda classical literature. Today, we will study this historical development of contemporary research within just 10 minutes. So, early foundation is traditions of formal logic, such as those in ancient India and Greece, provided early frameworks for systematic reasoning. The development of schools like Navya Nyaya created sophisticated linguistic and conceptual tools for analysis. See, our Vedas, Upanishads are all on the basis of science. Okay. So, similarly, from where we got this foundation of researches from ancient logic, it is from ancient India, Greece, and many other civilizations. Scientific method is a logical and rational approach to problem solving was documented as early as the 17th century by Sir Francis Bacon. He was the one who established inductive methods for scientific inquiry. This approach later became applicable to many different fields. So it is not the many scientific methods, research methods, which was first introduced to the medicine. It is the scientific method which is introduced to the science. Okay. First from many of the civilization, and second from in the 17th century, Sir Francis Bacon, who established many inductive methods for scientific inquiry. So stages of evaluation you consider. Scientific method, 17th to 19th century consider. There are many foundations in observation, induction, and deduction. Okay. So when it comes to experimental research, early 20th century, there is an introduction of many systematic data collection, randomization, and formal statistical analysis. For example, Fisher's analysis of variance. This experimental design was early cannot know. It was evolved as at the earliest 20th century. Quantitative revolution, 1950s to 1980s, widespread adoption of computer technology, which enables large-scale modeling and simulation. So previously there was computer technology where it was not widely spread, but 1950 and 80th century here, 18th century here, widespread adoption of computer technology has been taken place, which led to modeling and simulation. And digital and internet age, 1990s to 2010. So when we were born, that digitalization was not observed even in India, right? So, but now everything is digitalized. So globalized research access, electronic databases, and increased cross-disciplinary research was developed, and it was reachable even to the whole public by this digitalization. And AI driven and open science utilization. Nowadays, this world is run by AI. Utilization of artificial intelligence, big data, and collaborative research work was seen in 20 years to present. I hope you all of you understand. This is the one which we can see as a schematic presentation in stages of evolution of research. Methodological evolution. See, this field evolved from a simple narrative account to a more systematic process of analyzing and interpreting evidence to understand past events. First is follows a structured process including your identifying a topic. First, we will identify a topic, then conducting a literature review, previously already present review on the particular topic, then evaluating the source through internal and external criticism, and creating a narrative. These are all the steps which are followed in methodological evolution. That's how methodologically research has developed. Its purpose is not just to record the past, but to solve the contemporary problems. So learn from past failures and successes and re-evaluate the current business. It is the purpose of methodological evolution. Scientific and medical research. The scientific approach has continuously developed with new disciplines and more refined methods. The early 20th century saw a pivotal shift in chemistry with the synthesis of organic compounds from inorganic materials like oil synthesis of urea, which bridges the gap between living and non-living matter. This is one of the evidence for scientific and medical research. So the clinical trials, see the development of clean double-blinded control trial first documented in 1943. So till then it was not known. In 1943 only double-blinded controlled clinical trial was documented and it became a gold standard for evidence-based medicine. So what do you mean by double-blinded study? That we will discuss in the coming classes. Separating the gold standard of clinical research from earlier less reliable methods. There are many methods for clinical trials, but double-blinded controlled trials is considered to be the most gold standard one. It is the one which carries more value than open label study. That we will study further. Next, data analysis. Researchers now use contemporary methods to analyze data, including the reanalysis of data from design experiments to generate new insights. So this is regarding data analysis. See, you will get many softwares to analyze the data to apply statistics in your research work. So data analysis has just now evolved from last 2 centuries. What is the characteristics of contemporary research nowadays is interdisciplinary. So we combine with other science. So we do in many interdisciplinary studies. Digitalization, as this era itself is a digitalized era. So digitalization is become a focus on this contemporary research because it has to be easily accessible by all over the public. Ethical and regulatory focus. See, any research is conducted, it shouldn't harm either human beings or animals, because of which many ethical committees, many regulatory committees are there from government to regulate ethical guidelines. Globalized focus. So any research work we do, it has to be worthy to even the whole global. So it has to be used by the whole word. That's why globalized focus is the focus of this contemporary research. These are the characteristics which are kept in mind in contemporary research. I hope it is a very simple topic and which is over here. Characteristics of contemporary research and how this research got evolved in stages of research: scientific method, experimental design, quantitative evaluation, digital and internet age, AI driven, and open science. You may get just 5 marks on this particular chapter. So, one thing is contemporary research question they may ask are the second is identify the evidences of research in Ayurveda. These question among these two, one question will be asked. So I hope you are clear with this particular topic. Previously, it is from many civilization. Okay, after that, it evolved by stages of evolution, as just now we discussed. And then finally, double-blinded study, many methodological reviews, they are all applied in our clinical research. I hope you are clear with this particular topic. It is bit boring topic. Of course, when it comes to history, it is very boring to a student because they won't apply it anywhere. They will study the previous history. But for your exam purpose, you should know it. I hope you understood a particular topic. Next week, we will meet up with another new topic. Till then, if you like my class, you please share my channel and subscribe my channel to other BMS students. Thank you, Ananda.